Hello everyone, I hope that you're finding the first week of the Solitary Tarot Solitary Oracle monthly deck challenge to be healing and also very spiritual for yourself. The daily draws are a really important part of this process, and it is kind of a fundamental of card work. I mean, we always talk about it at the beginning, those of us who have been reading for a while, how important daily draws are. But for a lot of us, we can get away from that schedule or that practice, and in my opinion, we're really missing a lot when we step away from that for a great period of time. Of course, we all have days here and there where we're not able to do it, but really instituting this as a practice is part of this monthly challenge, and to see how working with one deck for a month, doing daily draws at least 5 days a week, hopefully 7 days a week, you can see the real relationship that you can develop with your deck, and how the deck itself can be a great spiritual tool for enhancing your spiritual journey. So areas of yourself that need love, that need forgiveness, that need healing, or that need to feel bolstered or encouraged, daily draws can help us to really kind of key into that. And so hopefully this week you're really able to start working with that energy, and really giving yourself the time to do journaling with your daily draw as well. So I did want to share with you all my journal, not to share with you what I've written, but just to share with you kind of how you can get comfortable with really doing some real in-depth journaling work with your card. And you can see that it doesn't have to be super long. I love to write in my journal, so I've got a few pages here for the first draw that I've done for the year of 2015. So to start off with, I just kind of did some writing about how I was feeling, and then I started to get into the card itself, and I did a lot of journaling about what the image itself in the card was showing to me, and how it was making me feel seeing that image, what I was thinking about looking at the image, other images that it called to mind, feelings that came up. So I did some journaling about that, and also some writing about what I felt that the meaning itself was for me that day. And then you can see here I started writing the guidebook meaning down, and just some different parts from the guidebook that I thought felt really applicable to how I was feeling that day and where I was that day, and also what I wanted to bring forward into all of my interactions throughout that day as well. So the journaling can be really insightful, very healing, and it can also be really enjoyable too. So I'm really encouraging you this week to get into the practice of doing daily draws if you haven't, or if you've gotten out of it. And if you are someone who does daily draws every day, maybe you don't take or give yourself the gift of enough time to journal immediately working with that card as well. And so this can also be a real gift to yourself, exploring that experience of actually giving yourself 5 to 10 minutes to just really do some journaling in the morning, and clue into and tap into where you are, how you're feeling. One of the practices that I was taught by one of the medicine women that I worked with for my Reiki master teacher training was using the medicine wheel as a way to clue into where we actually are and how we're actually feeling for any given day and during any given day. Taking a time out when you're feeling overwhelmed. And for us, incorporating the medicine wheel, it was about what direction do I feel, does my body feel like it's in today? Am I in the north? Do I feel earthy and grounded? Do I feel like I'm riding a wave of wisdom and I have a deep understanding of where I am? Am I in the east? Do I feel really maybe inexperienced, young, fresh, excited, filled with ideas? Am I ready to really communicate with people? Or am I really feeling kind of tapped out with my thinking, and that I need to take a break and pull back? And the same thing for the other directions as well, for the south and the west. Any associations that you have with that within the medicine wheel itself, actually stepping and standing and drawing out and standing in that medicine wheel and exploring where you are. I found that to be very powerful and very effective for myself as well when I tend to get drawn into drama or feel really drained and exhausted and unsafe in any given situation. And this journal work accompanying your daily draw is a stepping into a medicine wheel or a four corners or a sacred circle that you've created. And it's allowing yourself to explore where you are, which is very, very powerful and insightful and can really have a deep effect on how your day goes, how the rest of your day progresses. So I really hope that you're enjoying doing the daily draws and giving yourself that time for journaling. And again, if you're someone who does daily draws every day, as some of you have let me know you do, which is wonderful, and I always highly encourage my students to do that, keep this practice up and allow this to even deepen for you even more over this month if you're participating in this challenge. So as far as the daily draws go, I'm really encouraging you to do some journal work with your daily draws or record yourself talking about how you're feeling, where you are, what the card means to you, what the guidebook meaning feels like for you that day, what your associations are with the image itself that's shown up as your daily draw or your nightly draw. The other thing I wanted to talk about for this week is the healing practice that I'm encouraging all of us to step into working with our deck. So we can choose if we want to and it feels right to do a path working with a single card image. And I would encourage you to do that. And that's not something that I can give you a guided meditation for. That's really something for you to step into practicing yourself and actually experiencing yourself. So I really encourage you, even if you feel nervous or uncomfortable, to give that a go. Again, if you're a seasoned path worker, explore taking it to a different level. Maybe work with a card that you feel uncomfortable with, or just randomly draw a card and go for it. And just see what comes up for you. Maybe allow yourself more time for the path working, or more time after the path working to really journal about the experience and integrate the experience into your physical being. If a path working doesn't feel right for you with your deck, you can choose to meditate with the deck itself or a single card image and see what messages come for you, what healing that you feel your body needs at this time, and then you can actually do some energy work with that for yourself as well. And you don't have to be a Reiki practitioner to do energy work at all. So if you're meditating with the card or the deck and you're really feeling like you need some energy work, like let's just say your solar plexus chakra. So this would be the center of your stomach, so like right here. And you feel like you need to do some energy work there, you feel drawn to do some energy work there from your card work, go ahead and place your hands there and just feel the loving energy and the intention of both your self, your higher self, but also the deck itself that's chosen to work with you for this month. Feel the healing from that deck and that card image itself in those areas of your body where you feel like you need a lot of healing or you just need some love, some understanding. Explore doing some healing work with that. So this is really about taking it to a deeper practice for ourselves with the cards themselves outside of just our typical divination, even our daily draw look at like, okay, so what does this card mean that's going to happen today? So this is really about experiencing a lot of healing with our deck and developing a deep relationship with the deck itself. And so doing a healing session type of work is really going to be empowering and an important part of the process, I feel. So, you know, if path working, meditation are options with images or an image from the deck or the entire deck itself. And if you feel really drawn to the energy work aspect, then explore doing energy work while the card is under your pillow perhaps, or deck is under your pillow, or maybe you're just looking at a card and placing it at your heart level or your heart chakra and just feeling the energy of the intention that that image was created with and that image carries within itself, and really have a powerful healing experience for yourself. So for a lot of us who want to read for others with our cards, or develop a healing practice for others, in whatever area we want to develop that with, we're always thinking about, well, how can I, we're typically thinking about how can I share this with others, or how can I help others with their own healing journeys. But this month with this deck is very personal, and it's intended for your own healing, and it needs to start here before it can effectively be experienced by others as well. So this is really you focusing on you and what you need. So I would really encourage you to do a healing session with your deck for this first week of our challenge. And again, that can take any mode it wants to. You know, at the beginning of today, I was thinking, well, maybe I should offer a guided meditation for this week, but I really feel like this is a deeply personal challenge, and the healing session that you choose to explore with your chosen deck really does need to come from you. So explore that option for yourself. Really allow yourself no judgment, no holds barred here as far as what you want to do in this healing session with your deck, and allow it to go wherever it needs to go. Again, if you feel really stuck and really unsure, then feel free to explore in your guidebook. If you're using a deck by Alana Fairchild, there'll be a healing exercise for each card for the most part in her guidebooks. Explore one of those exercises if that feels right. Or if you're using tarot and there are healing exercises included in the tarot guidebook, then go ahead and try that as well. But allow it to be very personally tailored, and don't feel that you need to stick to a formula. And then after that session, again, give yourself time to journal about the experience, about what you're taking away from it, what felt really, really healing for you. Maybe things that didn't feel so great that you don't want to experience again, or that you don't want to carry forward past or outside of this healing experience. That's constructive as well, so you want to write that down too. So I hope that this has, you know, if anyone's feeling a little nervous about this or unsure about this week's objectives and intentions, hopefully this is giving you a direction and some guidance as far as really, really getting into the beauty and the meat of this challenge itself. And then, of course, if you want to explore sleeping with the deck under your pillow every night, that's a really fun thing to do as well. I'm someone who really feels like we are each creators of our own reality, and we're also intrinsically connected to the divine, and we are an expression of the divine. We are divine ourselves. So for me, anything that I give attention to becomes real. Anything that I give focus to becomes real. And so these cards are real for me. And you might have fun exploring that this week, even if you feel like you don't align with that. Explore if you give the deck this kind of attention, you know, as far as like sleeping with it under your pillow while you're dreaming, etc. Really spending a lot of time with the deck itself, like carrying it around with you, shuffling it. Explore if you feel closer to the deck from this experience, if the deck feels more real to you from this experience. And it's not something that you need to carry outside of this week, but it's just something fun to enjoy as well. And it's something that you can choose to journal about if you want to. You know, it's just bringing a little levity into the challenge as well, because this challenge is meant to be joyful and healing, not difficult and stressful. This is meant to be a fun challenge for all of us. So again, if you have any questions, comment below or message me on my Facebook page, and I'll be happy to interact with you. And I hope that you're really enjoying this challenge. I hope you're finding that you're able to take it to a new level with your decks over this month, and really experiencing a deepening of your spiritual practice with the deck as well. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.